streaming live?
Yes, theoretically. For as we know,
I'm just repeating information.
It's fine because it's taken me to a completely different screen just to show me the progress bar. Thanks. Couldn't have done that on screen. No.
I
We
can't
actually
see
need to
myself
look.
now.
Oh, I can hear Tina. Can I hear Tina?
I think it was Miriam.
No, I said I
it's
couldn't
Miriam.
see myself
Ah, right.
Ah.
Okay.
because there was a pop-up just right in front of me. I'm still trying to find a position that's good.
I have stacked my laptop on a series of books. Personally.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's best. I had a really nice earlier on. I tested it. I was like, oh yeah, I'll put it there. But now the light has changed, and
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. And then if I put the light on, it's not good.
Yeah, mine's the same. I look green.
Well, that's
but,
a nice. Yeah.
So this is okay, but I'm holding my laptop,
Less than ideal.
and my bed is there. So like, or you could see me doing that.
or you, I don't know. You could kneel. Maybe it's.
Do you have candles? Put it on the dresser. Candles.
I don't have a dresser. I mean, who you take me for, a posh person?
Oh, I thought I saw something. Whatever it is. Hello, Lee.
It's like people wearing name tags at
I'm just
conference.
shouting at
You
people.
can't escape. You do know, by the way, you can change your name tags on this if you want to be called something much more funky and dynamic. You can, I don't know, call yourself something. I don't know, the Great Stupendo or something like that. See if that works. Now, this is supposed to have gone live. Where are you? I'm going to go have a look at that. If you'll excuse me. See if that actually works. The Facebook Live thing doesn't appear to be actually live.
I'm just having
no,
fun.
it is.
Okay, I'm just teasing you.
Awesome. Okay, so we're currently live on the
internet.
On the internet. On
I'm on a boat.
yeah, that'll explain it. So right, that's working. Apparently, everyone can see what we're doing.
Oh no, there's an easel and a Christmas tree behind me. My full wreckage behaviour is showing. Perfectly natural.
Yeah. I don't know how to link to this. This is fun. This is technically the beginning of the show, but it's also me just poking things on my laptop and going, "Why you no work?" Which is like
link?
half my day. Yeah, I just want the link to the thing that should have turned up on Hammer and Tongue Cambridge on Facebook.
When I click copy streaming link, it just gives me the HT Cambridge Facebook page link.
Yeah, which is where it's supposed to go.
I'll go have a look in case it's not showing you because you're an admin.
Could be.
Let's have a look. Videos live. Click.
So we should be.
Yeah, it's there 3 minutes ago. Facebook live.
Tidy. Yeah, so it just wasn't showing it to me because.
Let me see if it's on the main page, because when I clicked it, it says videos on the side and there's a big red thing saying live.
Live, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's there under videos. Let's see if it's made its own post. Yeah, it's also made its own post. It's there.
That is awesome news. Thank you. Right. So I should probably just kind of want that link so I can pop it in the.
Oh, do you want me to copy it for you?
Yeah,
Me just telling you that it's there is not probably as helpful as I could have been.
No, that's still all good. If there's any way you can copy the link to the live video and put it in the Facebook event so people can see that, that would be amazing.
It's in my hand.
All right. You guys get the ping pong noise. I think I was trying to change it so that you wouldn't, but there it is. Every time anyone turns up, there's a bing bong.
But it's there is not probably as helpful as I could have been.
No,
I was just thinking, it's got into what has got into it?
Oh, we have Karis Jones.
Hello.
Wonderful. Now we've got the Midlands represented as well. Excellent.
Yeah.
I was super late because I didn't know this was going on till Miriam told me. But I did sign up for the slam at the last minute in case you needed more slammers.
I will check my terrifyingly automated spreadsheet.
I am
Okay, I've done that. So
prepared, but I'll give it a go if you need anyone.
I think you're currently on the waiting list because of reasons. But that's partly because we don't have. We're striving for a balance of genders in this,
Right,
and
okay.
for some reason, unlike every other slam in the country, we have a massive majority of female putative slammers.
Well, that's
sorry to
good.
interrupt.
It
Jane.
is good. It's just sorry, go on. Yes.
I have posted it, but because I'm not an admin, you have to approve my post.
Yeah, Caris has come with her prosecco.
I came to say, oh yeah, where's my prosecco? Actually, I might be slamming, so I better not get too drunk. Do you know why I've got it? I did prosecco aerobics earlier, and it was a prosecco aerobics, and it was amazing. Where you have a glass of prosecco in your hands and you get drunk while you're sweating, and it's amazing.
Right.
I put it in the chat in case you wanted to just do it yourself.
Oh, that's really helpful. Thank you. Might have to do that.
In fact, I'm going to go get my drink. I'll be back.
Wonderful. This is like we were talking about this new the new etiquette of online performance and audience membership.
Also, I don't think I've ever seen Caris perform or in
Yeah, you don't.
person, just only on Twitter. So it's like, okay,
Oh wow.
cool. Now I understand the vibes.
Face. I am not looking my best right now. I've got no
Who
makeup.
is?
My hair's a mess, but I do not give a shit.
Good. That's what I was hoping people would be saying. Right.
I mean, thanks to this gig, I've actually cleaned my house and had a shower.
No.
I have not done either of those things.
I hadn't
providing-
done
You had
either of those
aerobics
things
today, though.
for a while.
Well,
I did
providing a
lots
vital
before I did my
service.
gig. I cleaned the flat, so that was good.
Wonderful. Okay. Right. We generally give our slammers until 1:45 to confirm either way.
No.
Can I hear Laura in the background there, Helen?
Yes, she's here.
Oh, yeah.
She waved earlier, but you didn't see her. Do you want her to wave again?
Let me see if I can balance.
Keep going
this.
off. Sorry, you can still see me, but I can't see you because I'm looking at my many spreadsheets. Look, we've got a Laura. Hello, Laura. Hiya. So it just wouldn't be the same without you folks. It's really good to see you.
You're on TV.
We're actually watching you on the television, so
That's very cool. Oh, you've got.
Oh my God, I want
You've got
that.
mirroring. I've got it on my laptop and I'm mirroring it on the TV.
I've not made that work.
Beyond fancy.
I know.
You're so flash when it comes to technology, you see.
Glass of
You're on the
wine and
big
some
screen.
poetry.
I've got trouble getting onto the Zoom and working that out, but we can do other things. So.
You see there.
Helen, you must type very stupid proof instruction as to how to do that, because I want to be able to do that.
It involved downloading an app, which I can't remember what it was called, but I'll tell you. I'll send something later another time. Yeah.
Please do. Please do.
Yeah.
At the we'll stop streaming at the interval, and then you folks can just talk about whatever you need to talk about. It'll be awesome. Right. Oh. Hold on.
Clean hair. Very nice.
Oh, that's too dark.
Oh my God, there's more people.
Yeah.
Hooray!
More people turning up.
Everybody's gone smaller.
Yeah.
I've got the side of someone's eye.
Jean Grant.
Oh, that's
Jean
my
Grant.
mum. That's my
Ah.
mum. Hi, mum.
I think that might be your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's so pure.
It's gone very quiet now.
Yeah. Everyone's seen that. Like we're talking, Caris, earlier about we're trying to work out what the correct etiquette is going to be. That this new etiquette that's going to be sort of, I don't know, changing around these new ways of performing and talking together. And it's what seems to happen is when people are turning up and they're having technical problems, everyone just quietly and intently watches them going. It's like trying to watch someone struggling to get through a door and they know they could help, but is that
Yeah.
rude? I'm not sure.
Well, I just feel really awkward when I know people are staring at me. So that's why I prefer not to view the whole thing. If they can't see my face, it's fine.
Fair enough. So yeah, this is, I'm going to talk as though we're all good to go and we're all starting. And
Mhm.
for a poetry gig, only 9 minutes after the advertised time to actually start is pretty darned amazing, I would
Mm.
say. But yeah, like to be at least vaguely on time in Cambridge. So this is Hammer and Tongue Cambridge for the first time, coming from everybody's living room stroke bedroom stroke study
Woo!
stroke kitchen. I think we've got a kitchen represented as well and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, how's everyone doing? You all well?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You literally asked for that, Hannah. That is the Catherine scream.
I had to mute
Amazing.
my mic to warn Kasha that that was going to happen. The dog has left the room.
That was right in my ear.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I can't come to your house and tell you off, but
That's kind of what we're after, an enthusiastic response from those people here on the Zoom meeting. So if you're still watching live and you fancy coming along to join in with what we're doing, then go look on Facebook or Twitter, and you also find us. I think Instagram as well, but that doesn't have links in it. So yeah, go look on Facebook or Twitter, and you should have a link to how you can get in on this more interactive bit. But yeah, if you're happy looking at us live streaming online, then yeah, drop us a line and say hello, all that kind of thing. So this is sort of the audience view. If I switch up to speaker view, then you'll just be seeing whoever's making the most noise at the time. At the moment, this is me, hopefully. So I'm going to I'm going to do this thing. Apparently you can spotlight a person. Wonderful. So no matter how much noise the audience makes, the focus is all still on me still. So yeah, we can practice that in a second. My usual warm-up for these events is to encourage people to make lots of noise so that the artists can hear them. And usually I'm asking who here has never been to a poetry gig before, but I know damn well that all of you have been here in front
no,
of me
never,
on Zoom.
never.
No,
That's
never.
going to be an
Yeah.
interesting event. Yes, so
I've never been to a poetry gig on Zoom.
that's true. It's
That's
true.
true,
A lot of us,
yeah.
it's very.
I have actually in the past couple of weeks.
That's
Up
true.
until 2 weeks ago, no, I had never.
So yeah, quite a few of us. Winchester got ahead of everyone and did a
Yeah.
completely streaming online literature event. I don't
It
know
was
if it's still.
great.
It's still going. Still
I
going.
had
still
so
going.
much fun doing it.
So there's loads of stuff going on. So they're doing
Mm.
feature events, and they're also doing things like tutorials on how to use a mic stand, which I was
Mm.
particularly taken by that notion. And just doing lots and lots of little things to just make it a whole festival.
Yeah.
So it's well worth checking that out. There were streets ahead of us, and we were basically copying a lot of what they were doing in order to get this to work. I don't know who went ring. I keep being distracted by computer noises. It's very interesting.
No, it was
I
me.
think
I
Lee
was
left.
playing with this.
Oh, very excited. It's going to be a multimedia event. So, but we can still make the poets feel like they're being listened to as they perform. What I'll be doing, like I say, is putting the spotlight on so that we can see their faces there in the middle, and we can only see them. But if you're up on stage as it were and you're the performer, I definitely recommend switching to gallery view. Now, depending on what platform you're using, you'll either see gallery view printed up on the side of the thing, or you'll see it as a series of dots, like 9 dots in a square. So that means you can see like a whole audience while we are looking at just you. Would also say, just I guess we're still working out the etiquette of how these things work, but one of the nice things is that, like I say, we can still hear you, but if you have your speakers turned up in a way that is then feeding back into the microphone, you're going to have this really interesting echo effect. So whoever's performing is going to hear themselves again like they were wearing cheap Bluetooth headphones, and no one wants that. So yeah, just pay attention to whether your speakers are feeding back, and if I think it is you who is doing that, I can mute you. I have the power. So yes, I can meet you
Oh
en
dear.
masse. Or I can meet.
Battery's running low already. I might have to switch to my laptop. My
Okay.
phone battery is really dodgy, and my charger is also dodgy. And obviously, no phone repair shops are open. So fun.
Okay, so if you bug out and then come back in again, we'll set to let you in. Fantastic. All right. So, and just a
I'm
reminder,
going to
this
move
is
over here so I can attempt to charge my phone. Sorry, please continue.
of course just a reminder that all of this is being live streamed. So what you say now is essentially coming. I don't know. It's a bit like heckling, less of a conversation and more of a kind of heckling the host. I don't know. Is that how that works? We're not sure, but just you're going to be out there for the people
I
watching it on their
apologise.
TVs and stuff. Yeah, be fine. So, but we are going to encourage you to make noises, and we're going to practice because no matter whether I'm in a dingy dungeon in the middle of Edinburgh, or I am on a stage in the middle of a field in Cambridgeshire, or I am in my study, I still get people to join in with the warming up idea of how you feedback to the performers. And it's kind of important to feedback to the performers because they literally are going to have trouble. Well, they can see you, but it's going to be quite distracting for them to look at you to make sure that your individual faces are projecting the right kind of interest, stroke sympathy, stroke elation, humor, whatever. So we need a little bit of audible feedback as well, and we're going to practice that. So we're going to start with like a nice comfortable one, especially for those of you who are based in Cambridge. We'll talk about the intellectual appreciation sound. Those of you who've got your yourselves muted, if you consider unmuting yourself so that we can hear you. Now this is a it's a nice way of showing that that's struck you in a very intellectual way. Now the chin stroking is optional if you don't have your own beard, and we'd see at least a couple of good bits of stubble or beard among the audience there, but it's not necessary. You can stroke or you can kind of do that or whatever, but the is the important bit. So after 3 we're all going to together, and hopefully those people who are on YouTube or Facebook Live will likewise be humming, even though we can't quite hear them yet. Okay, so after 3, 1, 2, 3. Good, excellent. There's a variety of volumes and pitches and all sorts of things. It's good. The meatiness of the is still there. Okay, right. So let's see. Now knowing some of the people who are going to be getting up on here, whether it's slamming or featured, they're going to be summoning up in you a sense of childlike wonder. And there are certain sounds which, I don't know, greet fireworks or imagine a sheaf of bubbles as crossed your path. And I don't think there's a soul out there who doesn't get just that little bit excited about bubbles wandering across their path. So imagine the sound that you make to greet those things. And after 3, we shall greet the childlike wonder together. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's very soft. Everyone was trying not to overwhelm their computer microphone. So that was very lovely. Sometimes it's more camp than others.
What you're talking about.
No idea. Good. Right.
Good,
that's good to know. Anyway, so that's our sound of childlike wonder. In Edinburgh once, when I said what's the sound that greets fireworks, someone literally did an impersonation of a firework, complete with kind of shrieking and crackling. It's like like that. Very, very literal audience member, which was interesting for a poetry gig. But yeah, whatever your childlike wonder sound is. Okay, now this is going to potentially feel a little bit more embarrassing face to face on the computer, but I'm going to go for it, and we'll see how it goes. And if it doesn't work, we'll never do it again. But with this, I'm kind of moving you into an idea of expressing something I know that the British among you might start feeling a bit awkward about, but some of you are old hands at this, and Ken and Helen particularly are good at doing this one when it comes up. But we're talking about delving a little deeper into the limbic system. We've had sort of cerebral sounds. Now I want something that comes a bit more from the gut, a sound that can only politely be described as a kind of voiced sigh. Let's see if this works on my computer. Sounds a little bit like, oh. Did you hear that? Did that actually come across? That happened? Yeah. Everyone's looking mildly embarrassed, so I know the sound worked. Excellent. Right. So it's probably more embarrassing to announce your departure, and there's that little chime sound that as you wander off screen. But let's try the voiced sigh, and hopefully those people who are watching from wherever online will join us with the voiced sigh as well. See how many we can make happen. Not quite an NHS clap, but a poetry voiced sigh all together. Right, after 3. 1, 2, 3. Like how people with some people there's a kind of like a sag of the head to accompany it, because it's clearly the I'm so tired. So
Yeah.
maybe a parental one there, I'm not sure, but yeah, other ones a little more gentle. In the past there was someone at Cambridge Junction who buried in the audience, I think it was a gentleman, made a noise like oh, which was disconcerting, I think is the word I'm going to use for that one. Kind of like a wounded cow. If you're feeling wounded cow come on you, as it were. Whoa, okay. Catherine's gone somewhere terrible and taken us with her. Wonderful. Anyway, if that sound is a sound that you're feeling like you would like to make, don't. Obviously, I encourage you to speak your truth in non-verbal ways to the performers, but maybe hold back on that one unless they've explicitly asked for it. What else? We have, and I absolutely kid you not, I had someone ask me in the first interval whether they were permitted to laugh when they found the performers funny. I swear only in Cambridge would this happen, but yes, is it all right for yes it is. Let the performers know that that they have amused you. So yes, give us your best chuckle, chortle, or giggle if that's what happens. But and don't hold back on that one. That's fine. But there is something, to my mind, maybe it's just my mind. Obviously took you to some strange places earlier. But practicing laughing together is just even weirder, slightly more creepy. So we'll just let that one happen organically. Grand. Okay. Some people click. I'm not sure this is going to work online. I don't know, Rebecca, you as representative of London here.
Okay.
I know the clicking happens in London. Do we think it's going to happen online? For those of you who are unfamiliar with the click, it's a very American way of saying.
It might work better online because it's not as loud as clapping and wouldn't overload stuff.
That's true. So we could do a clapping like that, maybe.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So finally, clicking is going to take off in Cambridge Slams. We literally tried for about 5 years, going, "Hey, you can click," and people said, It's a bit buoyant. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, this is its time. We can all click together.
I did do an open mic at the weekend where people were typing "click click" into the chat box, which was sweet, but it was a lot of work. I felt.
Is there a clicking emoji?
Oh, it's so postmodern.
I think there is.
Yes,
there should be one.
There's like a reaction where you can do this.
Yes, you can put up, but you can see Catherine's put up there. You can put up like a reaction
or a thumbs up.
Of thumbs up or an applause. There's no sort of "I'm sorry for your pain" response that sometimes you get when you're listening to a poem. But yeah, applause. There you go. That kind of thing. Wonderful. All right, so you play around with this. Not too much, but do play around with it and find out the different things you can do with this particular piece of tech. What else? Oh, well, yeah. Let's practice applauding. There are different. Oh, hello, Ken. Yes.
Hello. Quick question. How are we going to do voting? Or will you deal with that later?
I will deal with that later.
Okay.
I have a whole plan. I even worked it out how it was going to work. Yes.
Like that, numbers.
I could hold up numbers written on a piece of paper.
There is that. There's also the chat. But we're going to get onto that later. We're just focusing on this whole kind of wild and organic kind of audience interaction thing. So I think it'd be a good idea for us to practice how applause works. Now, there's all sorts of different options, as you've seen. You can shove up the yellow applause icon there on your screen. You can clap. Everyone claps in this very gentle way, quite close to their microphone. That sometimes helps. There's also the BSL, the British Sign Language version of applause, which is there you go. Catherine's got this. It's kind of like jazz hands. So yeah, you can show your applause that way so people can see you. Or as we said, maybe a torrent of clicks is the way forward. But I know some people use clicks if someone has forgotten their words. I'm going to say don't, because honestly, I think that's wildly off-putting and it feels a bit judgmental, like suddenly you're being bombarded with sound to say you have failed. Click. So yeah, maybe not. But yeah, let's try that. I'm going to welcome you again, and you're going to welcome me back, and we're going to see what applause looks stroke sounds like. So, gentlefolk of Zoom and wider audience of Hammer and Tongue Cambridge, April, welcome to our slam event. Give me noises. Right. Yeah, I reckon that worked. We're not gonna. We usually judge that on how rock and roll the applause was. I think we're just gonna leave it. We're just gonna let it happen. There's also, you can, some of you will be finding that as you make more noise, your microphone gets quieter. It's because there's a setting. The standard setting on Zoom is to make it an adaptive thing for your microphone. So if you want to keep being able to deafen us, then maybe play with your audio settings so that you can not be adaptive, I guess. Right. Part of my job, as well as making you make strange noises to strangers on screens, is to tell you the order of things and how things are going to work out. So what we're going to do is, after I finish jabbering, we'll be having a set from our first featured artist in the form of Miriam Sang Marker. Can we have some kind of preemptive, excited noises, phrases, and all that kind of thing? Yeah. After Miriam, we'll be having a short break, so about 10 minutes while you all wander off and don't have to queue for the toilet, or the bar for that matter. And we'll stop going live during the interval as well. And then we'll be back for the slam. And at the end of the first part, I'll be checking who is up for slamming and how that's all going to work. And I'll talk to the judges as well, assigned judges. Please ensure that your phones are on silent. If you're using your phone to talk to us, that would be probably a good idea. Right. Yeah, then after that interval we have a slam, then another short interval again with the not queuing, but you can still stay on here and talk to each other. So it's going to be like that whole being in an audience sort of thing. And then we will have our featured artist. So can I have, again, preemptive excitement for Hannah Jane Walker? Making an interesting mixture between modest and mildly apprehensive. So yeah, that's all going to be working out. Yeah. We don't know yet quite who's going to be slamming, but I'm going to basically take it as whoever's turned up who said they were going to. Is that how that's going to go, or anyone at the last minute who suddenly goes, yes, I must slam, and that's basically how that's going to work. Right, okay, would you like a poem from me to start off with before we get on to Miriam?
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. I am a couple of days behind NaPoWriMo, so I wrote this while I should have been doing many other things, but that's how poetry works as far as I can tell. We've lost someone again, and I'm sure they'll come back. Right, so this is my first NaPoWriMo poem of this year. If you don't know what NaPoWriMo is, and I suspect everyone in this group does, but just in case the people who are looking at us on live stream don't, NaPoWriMo stands for National Poetry Writing Month, because it started in America and they never thought it would get this far. Now called Global or International Poetry Writing Month. You have to try and write a new poem for every day of April. I put it that way because it means that I don't put pressure on myself to have written a poem on every day, but it does mean I have to have written 30 poems by the end of the month. This is the first one. It is super new, and this may end up being a mistake, especially since it's still in my handwriting. So in fact, I think we take the hat off, because hat off means performer rather than host, and we'll go from here. This is called Luxury. And I admit, there we go, I'll let Ken in.
Hello.
We are searching for candles. Drawers are rifled and rejected, corners inspected, best guesses anyone's for the making. Maybe this is not the time, but shining is important, so we dig quicker. We are searching for candles, for the first of 2 birthdays ticked off in swift succession, successfully silent, cardless, except for in each instance a different solitary, stubborn gifter. We are searching for candles, tiny, delicate, beckoning, heavy breaths, a gesture against this situation. The one we stopped naming, another small wall against the signs on every site, the flash panels dimmed. We are searching for candles. And I neglect to mention the job lot brought before anyone else could get them, seeing in myself the excesses rendered by a different childhood, remembering water shortages and power cuts as they do not. We are searching for candles, and the big ones tucked into a corner of my study, sturdy, quarantined against panic and not yet welcome a bet, placed against our needing them, weigh plain and ponderous on my drifting mind. We are searching for candles. We don't have 45, if we have any, and we must have some. I've met me. And even if we did, there would be more wax than cake, more flame than flavour. We are searching for candles, some light to lime the sweetness, eke out this gift, stretch it into celebration, never mind those snatching up supplies to bake bread they'd otherwise reject. We are searching for candles, 3 people who want to sing forth brightness, post-positivity, eager to confirm that this is unique, frantic for fripperies, scintillating colours covering reality. We find the candles, stuffed among the cloth napkins, a full drawer that no one ever moves, choosing to eschew using something that smacks of pretension, trousseau to impossible parenthood. We light the candles, 9 in total, sing, hold breaths, and wish. And wish, and wish. Much! We did a poem, Mum! Hanks! Right, okay. So, hopefully, I mean, that won't be my only quarantine poem, I'm sure. It is something that's very present at the moment, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'll do some other subjects. That would be nice. We've lost Miriam, which is a shame because she was up next. So this is the bit where I vamp, gentlefolk. And don't spotlight Miriam's video yet unless you all want to be looking at the kind of, it's a very nice piece of abstract art going on in the background there. Very pretty, but not perhaps exactly what we wanted right now. Yeah. So, how's everyone doing? Any comments? No, some threats, hooray! We've got Miriam. Wonderful stuff.
We were about to start playing paper, scissors, stone.
Yeah, no, you could do that with this. That'd be pretty good. I'm hoping she's here. Are you all set to go, Miriam?
Yeah, sorry, I was preparing.
Good. It's good to be prepared. That always makes me happy. Right, this is the fun bit where I get to introduce someone who I think is amazing, and everyone has to listen to me, including them. So, I usually talk about when I first saw someone perform, but I actually can't remember the first time I saw Miriam perform.
I can.
Oh, was it at that gig in Southampton? Did you? Yes. Yes. So I've been kind of bussed into Southampton to do a gig. Didn't know anyone except the organizer. You know, those kind of gigs. And you don't know, is anyone going to be friendly? Are they going to talk to you afterwards? And I'd done a poem which is half in French and half in English. And then someone comes up to me and they're talking to me in a French accent. And I'm thinking, yeah, this could go well. And I was given probably the most flattering thing, which is to be told that it wasn't pretentious, which made me very happy. But also Miriam had performed herself in the open mic, and I've gone on to see her do features, I've gone on to see her host gigs and all the rest of it. And each time I've seen her perform, I find myself holding my breath a little bit. I feel like I don't want to miss the next words. I want to really feel the intensity of what's happening next. I know that she has a gift for imagery that takes you sometimes very much in a night's move from where you're expecting to go, and it takes concentration, and it's exciting, and it just makes me very, I'm not going to say happy, because happy's not quite right, is it, Miriam, for your poetry? But it's
I'm gonna try something funny in a minute. so-
brilliant.
Hey.
This is why introduction to dangerous things. I've done
Yeah.
this before. I've said, now, a guy who's always going to make
But
us laugh.
normally, no,
bring it
not
up.
funny, not funny.
No,
No,
not funny,
funny.
but intriguing and enlivening and enlightening, and something that's going to be chiming over into your brain long after you've gone home. Well, you're all home. Long after you've switched off, you'll still be hearing these in your head, I'm sure. So it's really exciting for me to finally be able to host as part of a gig I'm putting on, rather than running around between her show and lots of other people's in a festival. So really, really excited to bring you, and please make all of those excited noises for Miriam San Marco. Give it up!
I'm really glad for all the excited noise, but as you all right in my ear, it's very
Oh
odd.
dear, sorry.
It's okay. I'm going to start with a poem called Mercury, which is about time. I don't know about you guys, but at the moment, time is very, very weird. And I don't know what day it is, or you know, sometimes it goes really quickly and sometimes it's really slow. So this is Mercury. One of my friends said in a poem that time is a line, but maybe it's a square, like a coaster, on which sits a cold pint of beer, and the speed of condensation rolls slowly down its side to fingers gripping the table to hold on to the scream that cannot force their way past the throat of the sad man with the sad face who looks out the window. The square, which is only a name because the square is a circle, which is a line that doesn't start or end. He sits, looks out the window, and time rolls slowly. So take time and imagine a black square on a white background, or the letter A at the top of a blank page, or the sunglasses your grandmother wore on the 1st of June 1962. You put them on and see what she saw. A sunny street in sunny Paris, light passing of car, bouncing of car windows sharpens the waiter's white shirts. Tray in hand, black apron, or maybe it's red. You can never tell from a photo, but you learn and write pages and touch surfaces and smell your hands, and it's all okay on the inside. You fit neatly into your body. Up close, you've been doodled by a 3-year-old. Your eyes are too big, sit right on the edge of your face, and your mouth is a line, your hair like grass sitting in the cracks of the pavement, and you burn with it all. It's okay. I forgot the next line. It's okay. No one notices. You can't fight fire with fire. That's what they expect. You have to fight it with kittens, glitter, or a sad clown who mimes smelling a flower over and over again for pennies or thank you or a smile. So is time a line? Because I really think it's a square, like a coaster, on which sits a cold pint of beer, and a bead of condensation rolls slowly down its side to fingers gripping the table to hold on to the scream that cannot force their way past the throat of the sad man with the sad line on his face who looks out the window to the square, which is only a name, because the square is a circle, which is a line that doesn't start or end.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to play with like doing visuals as well, and I forgot my glasses and everything. There you go. So just to make Faye a complete liar, I did try to write something funny. and now you're probably not gonna laugh at all, but I'm gonna try. So it's called, it's a very long title, The Probability Factor as Determined by Occam's Razor, or 5 things you should be doing or should not be doing during a pandemic. Thing 1, do not start your day by listening to the little voices. Trust that the likelihood of following their suggestion does increase by the power of a Dali painting, the quieter they are. Thing 2, eat food. Eat food at regular intervals like other humans do. You may observe humans in cafes or restaurants. Oh no, you may not actually, if you have forgotten what humans or food looks like. Food does not exist to terrorize you and is not out to poison you. The products in the cleaning cupboard are not food. Thing 3, do not forget to wear clothes when outside your room. Remember, this clothing must be appropriate not only for the weather, but also the environment you may find yourself in, i.e. the queue for the pharmacy. You may find yourself in your Halloween zombie killed by an axe, dripping in blood with extra green face paint, however comfortable, will not be compatible with your Zoom job center appointment. Thing 4, take your medication as prescribed by the nice doctor with the cute nurse. There was a nurse, she had red hair and a pen. Crushing your weekly supply and snorting the purple powder from the bus stop seating area could lead you to experience the more uncommon side effects, such as waking up in restraints a few days later. Thing 5, if things 1 to 4 have turned from sideways to Fandango fiasco, feel free to build the baddest, biggest, highest pillow fort and blanket castle to hide in. Do not steal blanket and pillows from the shop in the aforementioned costume after snorting the purple pills. So, that was the first time I performed that.
Love it.
Oh yeah.
Was it
Awesome.
funny? It was
Yes.
kind of funny. Oh dear, oh dear. Sorry, my head, I started, the prompt I was given for that was Fandango Fiasco. I'm like, okay, this is good. So you should do prompt. Okay, from the kind of funny to not so funny. No, I can't do the not funny now. Slightly funny, only the first few lines, and then not. So I've noticed in my poetry that there's a word that I use a lot, and that word is smile. And as there's a majority of non-male in this Zoom chat, you will understand why. You know, it's like it's always in my head. So I wrote this poem called Smile. Age 5. When you're told to kiss Granny, but she's got this teeth and she smells funky. Smile, sweetie. When it's the school photo, look pretty, say cheese and smile. When the only choice for clothes is pink frilly on the girl side of the shop, and no one will pass the ball to you in the playground, but you just smile in frustration as yet another party invite in gender-based colors. So you smile. Give a card to your mum on Mother's Day, who is far too busy cooking, cleaning. Don't forget the laundry to thank you. You keep your smile. When at work, you're being explained your own man recycled ideas and start every sentence with that. I'm sorry, I'd just like to suggest that if you smile when in the bus or the train or at a gig and you feel this hard thing rubbing against your leg and you pretend not to notice with a big wide smile when you're getting a drink at the bar and no, I have a boyfriend does not register as the correct answer when a hand creeps up your skirt and you want to scream, but you smile because it's safer to be called a tease or a slut than to feel fingers on your throat squeezing the smile when sleeping and your partner sticks it in and you lie there wondering, is this rape? When you go to the bathroom to clean up the mess between you smile and you smile when your friend asks you, what is this? When she sees your face and you tell her, it's fine, I walked into a door or I fell down the stairs. You know, I'm so clumsy. And you know that she knows. But you both smile when you walk home to the sound of her step and you grab your keys in your hands till they bleed and you smile. There was poetry noises. Oh my God. Poetry noises. I thought I would do a poem that's not mine, you know, because why not? So I don't know, I'm guessing that probably all of you are writers and poets. And what I like to do with other poets is exchange poems. And then we go and perform the other person's poem at gigs and say, that's a poem by this person, you should check them out. So I thought I would go with this one. It's called Breathe Deep. So it's kind of in, yeah, anyway. But yeah, Breathe Deep, and it's from a friend of mine called Jamie O'Donnell. Actually, Faye, you met him, didn't you?
I am appalling with names, so you might have to tell me what the poem was.
No, that's okay. You haven't seen him perform, but he came with me when I did In Other Hands, the scratch.
Oh, yes, yep.
Okay, so you just please bear with me because this guy's a rapper, and I don't rap, and so I'm going to do my best with it. It's called Breathe Deep. Life is hard, but it's more than a death march. It's more than a day-to-day struggle of steadfast citizen, this of Head Start policies, all this have and haven't got it kind of politics, seeming to rob us of all we've got. So don't get lost in it. You'll stagnate and rot in it. Always grow to the light like you've forgotten it. Spread wings and take flight despite the odds, because it'll only take a taste to whet the appetite you need to get you feeding on the freedom you feel beyond your reach. Because it's inside that you need to make the change, to find it inside that waiting at the tip of your brain amidst the pain. But we can let go. Breathe deep in the scent of a red rose. Learn not to lament as it all goes. See the beauty in the thorns as the thought process progress until it's all in focus. I think you know that you know this, but life is hard and it goes quick, even faster if you can't feel your heart tick, and the path feels harsh if you march it. So relax, don't let the current hurry you. Lean into the river, let it cover you. Notice its calm beneath. It was the surface where it smothered you. Now you see the water is a stunning blue. See that as it's running, it's becoming you, and it carries on long beyond your point of view. So you need not worry what they thought of you. You can breathe water like you ought to do.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
So he currently lives in Dublin, and I don't know if he's doing any poetry at the moment, but I love that poem. So
that's beautiful, yeah.
I thought I would do it. I'm not quite sure how I'm doing on time, but I was thinking, you know, how about a bit of sex?
Why not?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know, like, just why not? Why not?
Make up for the lack that I've been having.
Yeah. Oh my God. You know, if you're a single person, it's like, it's like there is no more sex happening. Okay, so this poem's called Never Gentle. The first time we had sex, it hurt to sit down for 2 days. You were scrolled all over my body, nails to knuckles, outlines in the bites of my neck and the tremble of my thighs. You clawed me open, up against the wall, kissed my lips bloody. It was rampant. And I loved it. We were never gentle, were we? We were close till on mouth, and oh my God, I need to have you right now. We were in the kitchen counter, in the corridor, up the stairs, on the bed, off the bed, on the floor. It was picking you up from work at 2 a.m. and shagging till the music of seagulls and bin lorries had faded, and it was drinking rum and carpet burns and feeling your heartbeat and telling each other our secret stories and arms stretched back and keep going and fuck me. But oh, our heat does burn, and it was late night. We need to talk, and don't you fall in love with me, and it's just a thing, and we must have some boundaries. And where is this going? You bitch, and fuck you. We were never gentle. We were the storm, and we were wild, and we were naked. Naked bodies and naked hearts, and never gentle. It was fire. Sweat dripping red hot under your belly, and eyes to eyes saying yes, harder, and do you want more? And it was your smile like lightning and your hands scoring my skin, and don't stop. And it was finding you asleep in my bed one morning, and it was the very first time I wanted to say, I love you. Didn't. It was ups and it was down, it was hungry and devastated, and we agreed, let's not go there. And all those nights and all those days and all the words we spoke to each other, sometimes I want gentle, but not with you. Thank you very much. It's really, really, really weird to hear people clapping in your ears.
Would you rather we use the clap reaction? Is it
No. It's nice to get the feedback. It's just weird because I'm not used to it. I guess that it will come, closer. I don't know so much. I'm doing in time. I was thinking do one brand new one and finish with something that I know well. Is that all right?
Yeah, sounds perfect. Yeah, go for it.
Sounds perfect. That's good. So it sounds perfect. So this next piece is not actually quite finished yet, but I thought I would try it on you, and you can give me some feedback, saying no, don't do that, or carry on, or work on it, editing, and it hasn't got a title yet. This is safe, new like a pink marshmallow. This is true, except when it's not. I'm hungry, but I have to write. You tell me about colors. Indigo is your favorite because of the way the words sound in your mouth. I look at the words I've kept inside my head, the ones in the corner, the ones that don't come out too often, the quiet ones, the ones that get picked last, the ones that don't get picked at all. And I say, the problem is not the problem. The problem is not the problem. Twice on the hour of every hour that ends with a vowel, you have to have a system. But the system is not the system in the same way that the problem is not the problem. They're both words. One remembers when they had long hair and never returned from that party in 1992. The other hates wearing socks in bed. One has built walls, added turrets, cannons and murder windows, but painted them all pink and baby blue. the other spent last year in the cave. They both hurt. This is safe. Safe like when you cut the moldy piece of the stale bread before putting it in the toaster. Safe like not finding the words that describe the feeling of smoking a cigarette right down to the filter before stubbing it out, reaching to make another. I say twice on the hour, the problem is not the problem. The problem is not the problem. It was the hug that did it. Looking back, it should have been routine. One came round like every Wednesday. We had tea. I pretended to drink mine because I hate tea. We chatted of things that don't matter. Time to go. I thought this feels way too nice. Say goodbye and leave. The hug was long. I stayed in it. The problem is not the problem. The problem is not the problem. Thank you. I'm not quite sure that even made sense
I like
at
it.
all.
Yeah, I liked it.
Do you like it? This is good. This is good. I'm not quite sure what I'm talking about or anything like that. Anyway, I'm going to finish with this one. This poem's called Ladylike. So a little bit of context. Mostly, I'm happy to identify as a woman most of the time. I'd say about maybe 60% of the time. And then the rest of the time, I'm like, no, this is not me. I'm someone else. That's been around my head a long time about what to say about this and what do people think. And the other kind of bit of context into this poem is that my son is a skateboarder and a teenager. And so I spend a lot of time in skate parks listening to teenage boys speak and how they kind of banter and tease each other. So that's how that poem like kind of came to being. I then went to film it in the skate park, and it was really interesting because I had like 30 skateboarder listening and looking at the filming, and some of them even got involved, which was really interesting. So it's called Ladylike. I talk like a girl. I don't have words like a girl. I say, let's link fam and brother, and I swear like a girl. I can burp the alphabet like a girl. Put my hand down my trousers, have a good scratch like a girl. I spit for punctuation like a girl. I play games like a girl. I throw stones like a girl. I join in. I get in trouble like a girl because I fight like a girl. I get punched like a girl. I come home late like a girl. I talk back to my mum like a girl. I leave all my clothes on the floor like a girl. I don't wash too often like a girl. I don't care like a girl. I'm good at sport. I run like a girl. I smoke like a girl. I drink beer like a girl. I fuck girls like a girl. I drive like a girl. I get stopped and searched like a girl. I can't get a job like a girl. I join the army. I don't think like a girl. I get bullied and raped like a girl. I don't show my emotions like a girl. I dream like a girl. I want to kill myself like a girl. I don't want to talk about it like a girl. I want to go to war. I get hurt and I cry like a girl. I'm waiting to die like a girl. I talk like a girl. I don't have words like a girl. I say, help me. I'm a boy. I want to live like a girl. Buy my book. It's so good.
But how can people buy the book?
Yes, where do we
Okay,
get?
so this is my book. I only read you about 2 poems from there, actually. All the other stuff was new, so you got lucky. But it's got like beautiful illustration, like so. Look at that.
Stunning.
Oh wow.
And that's the book what it looks like when it's open. I mean, won't you look cool with that? So I've only got about maybe 20 odd copies of that, actually, because Burning Eye is not currently doing any print runs. And the best way to buy it is to message me, and I will sign it lovingly and post it. Or you can get it from Burning Eye direct. Please do not buy it of Amazon. I will only get 21p out of that. And because Amazon are wankers.
Yep.
Thank you very much for listening. Please tell me, that was this all right?
That was fabulous.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Great.
Fabulous is good. I like fabulous.
Give it up again for Miriam. That was wonderful stuff. So yeah, our first feature act there. Miriam, I told you those words are going to kind of chime in your brain and keep going long after this is finished. Yeah, I really love that I got to see some pieces that I already know of hers. There's to enjoy them again, but also some brand new stuff that was really gorgeous. Thank you so much, Miriam. Right, okay, so next we will be having an interval, so the live streaming will stop. You can start, I don't know, pick your nose, go to the go to the loo, generally stretch, get stuff out of your system, and then come back 9:15 then. If you can come back by then, if we're all ready to go, then we'll get going from there. So slammers as well, I'm gonna stop the live stream. So live streaming folk, we'll see you later. All the rest of it is a secret, but if you want to join us, go get a ticket off Eventbrite. Do the thing, join us. See you soon. Bye.